I want to jump into just a preview of Utah. So, again, coming into the game with an overall record of 5-2, 2-2 in the Big 12. And again, like I talked about, I feel like I overrated them a little bit coming into this season. We didn't know what UCLA was going to look like those first 3 games because they looked awful. It looked like there was no way to save that team. And again, here they are. But again, that's not the UCLA team that Utah beat. It is not the same team. And again, they did beat Arizona State. There was no Sam Levitt in that game, and it was rainy. It just right, and it was at Salt Lake. They got beat up there. Now they played BYU tough, lost by 3. The Buffs did the same, right? So it is I think it's gonna be a good game. Statistically, offense. So rush yards, the Utah offense averages 240.3 yards per game rushing, which is this ranks 6th in the country. High number, very high number, right? We know Buffs rush defense has not been too stellar, right? Pass yards a game, they average 211.4, ranks number 87 in the country. And again, this is at 136 FBS teams. Leading passer is also their leading rusher, and Devin Dampier, their quarterback, right? He has thrown for 1,375 yards and has rushed for 442 yards. Ryan Davis, he's their leading wide receiver. I believe he's number 9. He has 482 yards and 3 touchdowns. Second leading rusher is number 1, Wayshawn Parker. He has 358 yards and averages 6 yards per carry. So he averages more yards per carry. I think Dampier's at 5.5, 5.5. And Parker, he averages 6 yards per carry. So, it's no secret of what this team wants to do. Their run versus pass percentage is they run the ball 57.6% of the time versus passing 42.34 percent. So we do know they want to run the football. It is very obvious. Now where Colorado struggles with is those running quarterbacks, right? We know that has been a thing. They have to make sure, right? They got to go through their reads. Everybody has to be playing fundamental football. There's going to be a lot of misdirection. They got to be able to stop Devin Dampier, right? You can make him one-dimensional, then they can go from there, right? Make him a passing quarterback, right? So you're going to want to force him to beat you guys with his arm, right? So if that is loading 8 or 9 in the box, that's what you got to do, right? And again, I feel confident in that with RJ Johnson returning. Now they score 32.5 points per game. This ranks number 30 in the country. Again, pretty good, right? We know this team can score. Defensively, so Utah defense, they give up 165 yards a game, which ranks number 83 in the nation. I believe Colorado averages like 150, 155, somewhere around there. Their pass defense gives up 155 yards a game, which ranks as the 7th best in the nation. Again, so we do know Colorado does, right, with the new offense that we see. They're not trying to throw it all over the yard, right? We do know that. But again, I do think that they need to start running deep shots and start letting Salter air it out a little bit because that is where he excels. They sacked the QB at a 8.82%. So essentially 9% of the time that the quarterback drops back, he'll be sacked, right? So it's almost like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 11, somewhere on there. I thought Dampier was hurt. You think he will play? I haven't seen anything. I know he played last week. Did he? I didn't watch the end of that BYU game. What game were we watching? I think we were watching the USC Notre Dame game. I can't remember. Did he get knocked out of the game? I thought he finished, so I could be completely wrong there. Let me. I want to make sure that injury report has not came out yet. Injury report. Let's see. Here we go. Nope, this is from Iowa State. Let me see if it's been released. It typically comes out. Nothing yet. So be on the lookout for that, though. It typically comes out tonight. I'm not sure. I don't like hoping people are hurt. So I'm hopeful he plays, right? An ankle injury. Well, he finished the game. Okay, so he did finish. And it says that Bird Ficklin may start. Let's just see what his practice, major knee drops. So now you got me interested. So it looks like Devin Dampier. We're not going to know anything. So Whittingham said it is a distinct possibility. Backup Bird Ficklin will get the start against the Buffaloes. Okay. And again, watching him play a little bit in that game, he was running it. He can still move too, so the focus doesn't shift at all, right? But yeah, distinct. It's a distinct possibility. Okay, so he may or may not play. So we'll see. Yeah, he did finish the game though, so I knew that I know that they started running the backup. So I guess it's Bird Ficklin, Bird with the Y too. I did see him take a couple snaps. They were talking about the wear and tear on Devin Dampier, and again, might have been that ankle now that we've seen this. So, but just to give you guys, so let me see. Yeah, so they stacked the QB at an 8.82% average. Utah ranks at, so again, base negative 0.5 in the giveaway takeaways per game. So, anything negative is not good. By the way, Colorado's -1 in this. But again, those turnovers came in bunches for the Buffs when Caden Salter was throwing mad interceptions there for a little bit. But I do know this. Utah does rank number 95. They give up 16.3 points per game, which ranks 10th in the country. Colorado, though, they do need to start forcing turnovers, though. You win that turnover battle, you win, 90%, something, I got to find the percent, but 90% of the time you're going to win a football game. They do got to start forcing turnovers. They do got to start playing that style of defense, getting hands on balls, start, those kind of things. You're not going to win, especially in Salt Lake. If you lose the turnover battle, tie the turnover battle, they're going to have to win the turnover battle to win this game. And again, if they do get a backup in, yeah, we could see him turning the ball over, right? And it's, again, RJ Johnson's back, so I think we're going to feel a lot better about Colorado in the other corner, the outside corner now with DJ McKinney and Preston Hodge. He's been playing a much better. DJ has. And again, I mean, man, I want to see Isaiah Yates play some more too, man. He was sticky. He looked good. He looked good against Iowa State. So let's just see where they're at. But I feel good about this, I guess, so about the matchup right now. Now, the game opened up at -13.5 in favor of Utah. So 2 touchdowns is what they say Utah is going to win by, right? Somewhere in there. But that's a huge spread. Huge spread. Over under is at 49.5, so 50. I thought, I think I said last week, like 9.5, 10.5, somewhere in between there for the spread. Wasn't there. I didn't think it would be 2 touchdowns. 93% of bets are picking Utah to win the game. 58% say, so again, this was all as of this afternoon. 58% say Utah will win by 14 points minimum. And 94% say it will hit the under. So, again, this is still early on the week. There's a lot of those lines move a lot. This one has stood pretty steady since Sunday when it came out. I do think that's a lot. That's a lot of points, 14, and especially the way that Colorado's been playing. And now with news that possibly they're going to be playing a backup quarterback, I mean, or even that, right? We know someone's injured. So I believe, when did that come out? Let me just double check this. Was this 2 days ago and that line's still where it is? Yeah, they came out 2 days ago. That's interesting. So yeah, I don't get that, because even if Devin Dampier plays, there is an ankle issue and he's probably not practicing a ton this week, right? So again, there's a lot that plays into this. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. That injury report normally comes out like now. So just be on the lookout for that. If you don't follow me, make sure to follow me at Manny_303, because when that thing pops out, I'll retweet it. And if you miss it, I'll be here on Friday to preview the game, pick games, all those kind of things, or Big 12 games, I should say. So, yeah. And then too, we're talking about spreads. We're going about all these different things. Again, something that we've been offering here, partnered with, is Rebet. I do have I just put it in there. There is a link that you guys can use. If you sign up, you will get 100% purchase match up to $100 if you use the code. So either use the link or the code VOCFBCU, and that's also in there to sign up. And again, you get 100% purchase match up to $100. So yeah, check that out again if that's something that you like to do, sports betting, this and that. I just don't, because I lose a lot. But again, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, that's 1-800-GAMBLER. If this is something you do, again, 100% purchase match up to $100. Now, but yeah, I'm excited for this game. I'm interested to see which way this goes. Right? Like, where does this kind of now interested too, once we get that injury report, to see if that line moves one way or the other. But I would expect it to start moving down lower to CU. If you have a backup play. Now, to go all the way to in CU's favor, that's not going to happen at this point. That would be huge. That wouldn't happen. But with the backup, though, I'm just curious to see how much that moves, or if it moves at all. So just kind of interested to see what happens now that we know a little bit about Devin Dampier. But again, follow me at Manny_303 on X. I'll see, because typically that comes out. It'll be out probably by the end of the night, if not early morning tomorrow. But I'll retweet that out as well, and tweet it out. So make sure to follow. But now, yeah, it's just something to pay attention to now with Devin Dampier, because he's going to cause some problems for the Buffs. But again, on the other end, Caden Salter is going to cause some problems for them as well, right? Because we do know Colorado gives up 50 yards. I believe there's something that they give up. What Whittingham said, maybe I didn't quote that in here. Man, I can't remember where I seen it, but they give up some of the most yards to quarterbacks, or some rushing quarterbacks. So Utah as a team. So I have to check that out. But yeah, that's how they match up.